Now we're moving on to the most important part of taking care of your dogs, which is brushing. So if you have a long-haired dog, these are a few things you need to have. Okay? Your flea comb, your slicker brush, and your regular metal comb. So let's start. First, I'll tell you the friction areas. Friction areas on your dog, meaning where they are most likely to get knots, would be around the face, under the chin, behind the ears, around the collar area, underneath the armpits, this area, at the flank, this area, and behind their hind leg. So let's start by brushing. You take your slicker brush and you start from the paw. Again, you comb the tips before you get to the roots. Okay, so flat and brush. Make sure that you are not touching your dog's skin, but still getting the brush right down to the skin. Okay, brushing out right down to the skin without actually scratching the skin. So we're making a line. We're taking another chunk of hair and we're making another line. Training your dog to do this from a young age is very important if you have a long-haired dog, because it just makes life easier for everybody, including your dog. So brushing your dog out properly is extremely important. And as you can see, Scarlett is absolutely fine with the process because she's been doing it since she was like a really tiny puppy. So moving on to the armpits. Do not scratch your dog and do not pull their legs too far away from their body. Make sure that their leg is in a comfortable position. So now you can check with the comb whether you've got out all the knots. Whenever you comb your dog, put it in a diagonal angle and gently go. If you meet any kind of knots in between, pull your comb out. Do not pull. Don't try and rip the knot out, okay? Gently comb your dog. Gently check under the arms. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a knot over there. So we're gonna just attack that. So a good way to open knots is with your fingers as well. Just spread the knot apart. And then again, you can use your comb to comb through. There you go. There's a little knot there and it's gone now. Okay. So same thing with the rest of the body. Scarlett doesn't have that many knots, so I'm just using a comb. But in case your dog does have knots, I would recommend that you use a brush. First, the slicker brush, and then run the comb through. So we're going to do the back legs as well. The flank area, as I have already checked, it does not have any knots. Okay, so you just go through. If at all it does have knots, hold the knots in your finger, pull it apart first, and then try getting a comb or brush through. Another way you can brush your dog is you push all the hair in one direction and use your brush to make lines. Again, do not scratch your dog's skin. Be very gentle and light-handed, because if you're going to hurt your dog is going to tell you about it. Moving on to the back. Brush the pastern, which is this area of your dog. This is also a place that tends to get matted. Brush that out. Check with the comb. Do not pull your dog's leg too far away. Check with the comb. There are no knots there anymore. Again, comb the top. Wait, Scarlet. And there you go. Comb the inside. This area is somewhere where you will find knots, so make sure that you are able to comb it out. The tummy, the rest of the leg. Okay. And just there you go. We're gonna do the other side now. So I'm gonna And once you're done brushing out your dog, you know what the next step is, which is the most important step. The treats. Hey Scully, here you go. What do we have here? What do we have here? What a good girl you are. Make sure you love your dog and make sure you reward them. And thank you, Scarlett, for being a good mother.